Yes, yes. Bogue, baby Vogue, because we are a very primitive species. As I was saying in my last video, the movies and media they'll be pumped and injected with a bunch of funny money that we have funded. You, me, we, he, she, they, the, zay, them, zay, zee. All the alphabets, okay? We are funding these people. They're sick in the head. They need meditation practices. Yeah, so for example, the age of disclosure, which Dr. Stephen Greer, who you all should be like this with, he should be your best friend. If he ain't already, he should be your best friend, because he's helping us to clean up this psyops soup, to clean up this primitive way of life, to get into 0 point energy, to get into the stars, to rewrite our society, to not detonate each other, to shut down this transnational crime organization who has completely taken over. Yep, completely. But you guys, we still have the upper hand, and we actually always will, as long as we decide to not turn against ourselves, okay? Because when we turn against ourselves, we, as above, so below, as within, so without, we turn against everyone else, because you're connected. Though it may not look like it in the physical, we are all consciousness, and consciousness is what? Consciousness is all connected. Yep. To include extraterrestrials, we are connected to them too. Right meow. Right meow. Yes, so the age of disclosure is actually what Greer says as the age of deception, because it is giving half-truths. They're hiding man-made crafts behind alien threat, shielding all of their criminal activity programs. And with movies like The Age of Disclosure, they're generating more views and more propaganda. And probably more money too. So we are at the intersection of saving our society. And the good news is we do have some high-level people that are starting to investigate these things. So there has been light shed, enough light is starting to be shed that we are making small progress, but we just need everyone else who is consciousness to jump on board too, because we could get this done very quickly. It's literally the smallest part of the population that is distorted light who is creating all of these issues and problems in every single one of everyone's life. If you are a consciousness, you are affected by this, right? So the good news is essentially we are going against a fraction of eternity, of infinity, right? Because even if we do fall on our face as a people group on planet Earth, we still have everyone out there, all of our other consciousness brothers and sisters who we can play patty cake with out in the cosmos, available to us. Should we so choose to call upon them and to start building relationships with them. There are covert investigations going on, but this is absolutely a war, a psyops of trying to get the psyops to be shut down. It's a war of disclosure, essentially. We're still having issues with congressional silence. The battle that keeps on growing is the battle against the narrative. What is true versus what is a half-truth and mainly false. A lot of what we're seeing with these half-truths or partial disclosures or lies that are being pumped out and going viral, what we're seeing is this is false progress, because it makes you think as a people group society, oh, we're making way. Or just because a collective comes together and everyone believes the same thing, oh, this is progress because we're united. Nay, nay. It's not progress when it's a false narrative and not the truth. That ain't progress. Luckily, we are now in the age of Aquarius. What does that mean? Well, what it means is breaking down illusions in the fog of the age of Pisces that we're now moving away from. Praise God. It's funny how the energetics, the tonalities, the frequencies of the stars and the planets, just as Mother Gaia has a frequency and sings her song, the tonalities mirror and reflect and help us to move society forward because of the energetics that are pushed in based off of the alignment of the stars. Pretty cool. There are many senior officials that are reportedly having these moments. Oh snap. Oh snap. This is primitive world we're living in. Barbaric, inhumane. That are coming to this realization, but yet we still have plenty of the institutions with complicity persisting. I want to take a moment to say that fear is not freedom. We need to internalize this. We need to internalize this. And you see this right here? You see this right here? Yeah, this right here. Over 300 times. One for every single day. Over one for every single day of our year on planet Earth. It states, do not fear. In some form or fashion, do not fear. Why? Fear is not freedom. So, there's a huge red flag anytime someone is trying to distill fear, insert fear, to include a lot of religious institutions that try to make you fearful. We shouldn't even be scared of this covert operation. And I'm going to tell you right now why, because we understand the truth. And if you choose to not integrate that, that's on you. But here's the truth. We come back. No matter what. We come back. Death is like blinking your eyes. For anyone who's fearful of death or cringes when I say that word, you should read Dolores Cannon's book, which it's somewhere within all of my books here, but Between Death and Life, because she goes through the actual what happens. There's many other authors that go through this as well, to include many other scientific-based authors. She is more of a regression therapist. However, there are many different forms of information that one can actually read and partake in to understand what happens when you die. Guys, the cool thing about death, not that we're not to make it go faster. What am I trying to say? We're not to force death by any means. We're to have it come naturally, and also we already pick our exit points, but that's a whole nother enchilada. Now, for anyone who actually understands this, you will not be fearful of anything, anyone, nothing. You are literally God expressing itself. I'm not saying that you are God. You are a fragment of the whole. You are a fragment of divine source.